Welcome back to my channel, everybody. I am Nalin with Garden of Positivity, and it is a new year, and with the new year comes new beginnings. So, within the new year, it is a custom to start creating your New Year's resolutions, and I know many people have their resolutions centered around many different goals that they want to achieve for the new year. Some of these goals may include their mental health goals or their financial goals, and what's very important is also your physical health goals. So today I wanted to share a recipe with you guys that I feel would be very beneficial for your physical health, because not only is it the new year, but it's still that winter season. And with the winter season comes many different illnesses and allergies and colds and flus. So I want to share with you guys a recipe that is a immunity boost tea that can help you fight off any of those allergies or cold symptoms during this winter season, but to also help you optimize your physical health goals for the new year. So stay tuned and follow along, and let's go get started. I'm currently in my kitchen and I'm going to be sharing some of the ingredients, well, all of the ingredients that you are going to need to create this immunity boost tea. Now, all of the ingredients are very cost friendly. You can find it at your local grocery store. Honestly, getting everything that you need will be under a good $20. So let's go ahead. So like I said, to make this tea, what I'm going to do is juice all of these fruits. And the juicer that I'm using today is this Magic Bullet juicer. I will drop a little bit more information about it within my video description, but here it is, and it has this pusher here where I can put the fruit within here and just push it down so that it'll be able to juice it. There we go. And it'll just come out this nozzle right here, and it has a compartment to catch all of the pulp, but what I'm going to do is put a bag in here to be able to catch it. And with that pulp, I'm going to use my dehydrator to dehydrate it and create a nice compost. So this is my plan, and let's see everything unfold. So to make this immunity boost tea, all you need is just these simple ingredients. So first, I have a bag of Navel Oranges that we're going to use. We're also going to use a few limes for this tea. Some organic ginger root, which is very necessary for this tea. Also a few lemons, black peppercorn, and some ground turmeric. Now, to create this tea, what I'm going to do is use my juicer and juice all of the ingredients together so that I can put them within these ice molds that I have. And with these ice molds, I can pop them in the freezer, and whenever I just feel like having a nice glass of tea, just pop them out and use it. So it's very serving size friendly. And these are all the ingredients that I'm using today to create it. So let's get the juicer out and just start juicing. So now I'm going to start by just cutting up my lemons and my limes so that I can use them within the juicer. Now, lemons, limes, and oranges are all great citrus fruits, and citrus fruits are really good for your immunity because they are packed with vitamin C, and vitamin C helps with antioxidants within the body. So it's going to help fight off different illnesses and viruses that you may have with that vitamin C. And I'm not going to worry too much about the seeds that are in the fruit because it's not going to necessarily go through juicer. The pulp catcher is going to catch most of those seeds, so it's not too much of a problem for me. Now this is the last lemon, and I have 2 limes left to get. Now that my lemons and limes are chopped, I can go ahead on now and start chopping up the remainder of my oranges that I have, which are also a really good source of vitamin C for you. It's going to help with fighting off that inflammation. So now that I'm all done, I can turn on my juicer and start juicing this. And once I'm done with this, I can go ahead and start peeling my ginger. To be able to catch my juice, I have this big mixing bowl, and I have a strainer that I'm going to use to be able to just kind of sift out that pulp. So I'm going to put it right here underneath the nozzle and also situate my strainer. So now it's perfect, and now I can turn this on and get ready to juice. Now this is very, very loud, so bear with me with that. Now I'm about to just juice all of my citrus fruits. So I'm going to turn on my juicer. It is going to be loud, and I'll just let you hear it for a little minute, and then after that I'll just have some music going while I do it. So here it goes. And I'm just going to add my first. After juicing all the citrus fruits, I'm now going to use my rubber scraper spatula to kind of sift through the pulp to get the rest of the remaining juice out. Now once this is done, I can move on to peeling my ginger and starting to juice that. Here I have some organic ginger root that I got from Aldi the other day that now I'm just going to go ahead and peel it so that I can add it to my mixture that I have. Now with ginger, you can make a bunch of different teas like ginger tea, and ginger is really good for your immunity, but also is very good with its anti-inflammatory properties, and it also helps with aiding in digestion. So ginger is really good for you. It's great to use in teas. It's also great to use in this tea blend that I'm creating, and it's just good to cook with overall as well. It gives like a nice, great kind of spicy kind of flavor to it, so it's not bad. And what I'm going to do now is just go ahead and try to start peeling some of my ginger so that I can juice it. And what I'm going to use for this one, I think I'm going to just use this one ginger root. I think this will be enough to kind of just use within it. I don't need to use the whole thing, well, all 3 ginger pieces, so that's going to be a little too much. So I think just this root will be fine. Now I learned and heard that a key trick and tip when peeling ginger is you can use a spoon. So this is my first time attempting to do it this way, and I'm going to see if it's a lot easier than just using a regular potato peeler that I have. So just kind of get it on, and it looks like it's a better option. So I'm going to just start peeling it like this from now on. So we're going to finish peeling this up and then fire up the juicer again in order to, ooh, it's flying everywhere, in order to just juice the ginger. I'm done with peeling the ginger, and honestly, after using this spoon hack, I'm kind of not a fan. It was a little struggle for me. Maybe it's just me, but I might just stick with my peeler that I have. But I did the best that I can, but whatever is left, I know the juicer will just be able to kind of pick that up and put it with all the other little undesirable pieces that I can use to just add to my compost bin later. So now I'm just going to juice this ginger and just kind of break it apart and be able to just put it in there. And I feel like this is enough, but if not, if I'm kind of feeling like I want to do a little bit more, I might add just a little piece of this smaller piece of ginger to it, but I think this should be fine. You know, you don't need too much of it. You know, it's powerful enough within it. So now I'm just going to go juice it, and after I juice it, I'll just add my turmeric and black peppercorns, and then I'll basically be done. So let's go. So it didn't give me as much as I wanted, so I am just going to add this smaller piece. So bear with me while I go and try to peel it and add it to this. Okay, so that's a little bit better than what I wanted, or what I was getting before. So this should work. I'm just gonna kind of sift it through a bit. So once the ginger is all kind of within it, I can take away my strainer. So now that is done, all my juicing is done, I can now add my turmeric. and some black peppercorns to a little mixture that I have down here. So let me just go grab my measuring spoons. So for this, I'm not going to do too much of the turmeric in it. I'm going to just try to do maybe a good teaspoon of it. Now be careful when working with turmeric because it can stain your clothes and other different things around you. So I think a good teaspoon would be perfect for this. I'm just add that in here. And just grind a little bit of the black peppercorns in it. And turmeric is also working just like ginger with aiding in digestion and also being anti-inflammatory. And with the black peppercorns in it, it'll help with activating the properties within the turmeric. So just add a little bit of it in here. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm going to get my little rubber spatula here and just mix everything together. Mix all these clumps out of it. Okay. So now that everything is done, Now that everything is done, I sneeze, sorry. Now that everything is done, I can start adding everything to my ice molds that I have. I have this snowflake one, and I also have this jumbo one. 4 of them are fit in the jumbo. So also, if you don't want to put them in ice molds and just freeze them over time and use them, some people, what they do is they have those little shot bottles that they can use, and they just drink it as a quick immunity shot in the morning. So you could just refrigerate it and drink them as small shots in the morning as your immunity boost. But what I'm doing is I kind of want a nice little tea and be able to preserve it. So I'm just going to have it in some ice cubes, and that I can just, you know, kind of pull it out whenever I want. So I'm going to try not to make much of a mess here. And I'm going to add it to my snowflake mold first. So I'm glad that the bowl kind of has its own little spout that I can use to just pour everything. So let me just add it. And try to be as careful as I can, but I know myself. Let's see. Alright. So I'm going to just add it as I go. And it's just going to kind of fill in the gaps. Okay, I kind of poured it where I needed to. I'm just move it around so I can get in some of the spots that don't have as much. Not much of an overflow going on. Okay, so now the snowflake molds are done and filled, so I can just kind of add the lid to that. It's going to kind of expand everywhere, but it's okay. Now that that's done, I can go ahead on and use my jumbo one. And I guess I have another jumbo one that I have already in the fridge, and I kind of did it midway as I went, and it kind of expanded. But we'll see what I have left over on how much I will kind of fill each portion of it. gonna just start off kind of doing them like halfway for each. I feel like I'm gonna have a lot excess, so I might just end up filling them all the way. Yeah. And what I have, if I have a little left over, I'll just add it to the other ice mold that I have in the freezer. Okay, I have a little bit kind of left over in here, and I'm just gonna end up adding it to the other mold that I have. Now I made a bit of a mess, not even a bit, a real big mess. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up, and in a little minute I'm gonna show you the final results of the tea, and that'll be that. Now here's one of the other ice molds from my previous batch that I created, and let's open it up. See, as you can see, I kind of did them midway, but it's still kind of expanded enough. And what I'm going to do is just, oops, I almost dropped it. Kind of take it and pop one of them out so that I can use as a tea. Here's my cup. What's going on? Pop this one out as best as I can, and just add it on in there. And as you can see, everything, the black pepper, the turmeric, the ginger, and all my citrus is just done. And with the remainder that's left, I'm just going to add it to other pockets within this ice mold. So I'll just move this to the side and add what's left. Now that everything is done, I'm just going to clean up my space and put my ice molds within the freezer. So if you don't have your own juicer, it's okay. All you can use really is a NutriBullet or your own blender. Just peel everything how you would normally peel it and just blend it all together, and it still will have the same outcome. So after cleaning everything up, I'm also going to start boiling some of my water so I can use it to kind of pour my tea and enjoy it. So now that my water is boiled, I can go ahead on and just pour it within my glass. And I can just take my spoon and go ahead and just stir it around. And you can add honey within it if you like. And there you have it. So now I have my Immunity Boost tea filled with vitamin C from my citrus fruits, so the oranges, the lemons, and the limes. Also some anti-inflammatory properties like the ginger and the turmeric. And just a little bit of black pepper within it to help, awaken the properties within the turmeric, and overall just help with a great immunity boost for this winter season. So now I am done with creating my Immunity Boost tea. I just gotta mix it up a little bit more as the ice is melting. And back here I have my pulp that I'm just going to transfer into my compost bin that I can use to fertilize my garden that I have in the back. But here is this Immunity Boost tea that you can use for the winter season to help with your overall physical health. So thank you guys for watching. This has been another episode of Garden Positivity.